Hello students, how are you all? Okay, so today we are going to start with class 9 biology and we have finished with lesson 5, the fundamental unit of life. And I was getting many doubts regarding the topic cell division. That is why after finishing that chapter and before starting with the next chapter, I am telling you about the topic cell division. Many students were asking me, that's why I am telling here. So cell division is, I will give you example of human body. In our body, the cells or even most of the living organisms, the cells they divide. Like our body has the ability to repair, to grow. तो ग्रोथ कैसे होती है? सेल्स के डिवाइड करने से. मीन्स अगर एक सेल है वो डिवाइड करके 2 सेल्स बना रहा है, देन 2 cells will form 4 cells, 4 will form 8 cells. Like this the growth of the body will takes place. And in human all the time this division takes place because old cells they die and new cells are formed continuously. This process is a continue process. Like old cells they undergo aging and new cells are formed all the time. And this process of formation of new cells is called cell division. But this cell division means all the cells of the body they undergo cell division to form new cells except the cells of our reproductive organ. Like in our body, in males the reproductive organ is testis and in females the reproductive organ is ovary. In class 8 we have discussed also. So testes and ovaries are the only organ where the cell division will takes place but in a different way as compared to all other parts of the body, because in the reproductive organs the cell division will takes place to form the gametes or germ cells. Now do you remember what are gametes? Gametes are those cells which undergo fertilization. In class 8 in chapter reproduction I have told you that gametes are the cells which undergo fusion, like one male gamete and one female gamete, they fuse together to form zygote, and this process is called fertilization. But the special feature of gametes is that they have half number of chromosomes than the normal body cells. Now what are chromosomes? Do you remember? The chromosomes are present, the hereditary units or which are present in the nucleus, So in the nucleus the number of chromosomes in a particular species is fixed. Like in human how many chromosomes are there? Yes, 46. तो बॉडी के किसी भी सेल में, जैसे हमारी बॉडी मिलियंस ऑफ सेल से बनी हुई है, अगर आप बॉडी के किसी भी पार्ट से एक सिंगल सेल को आइसोलेट करके देखोगे माइक्रोस्कोप में तो आपको उसके अंदर 46 क्रोमोसोम्स दिखाई देंगे. ओके, तो वो है हमारा नॉर्मल क्रोमोसोम नंबर. और गैमेट्स जो होते हैं उनके अंदर हमेशा नॉर्मल से हाफ नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स होते हैं. कितने होंगे इसमें? 23. ऐसा क्यों है? क्योंकि गैमेट्स को फ्यूज़ करना होता है, मेल गैमेट और फीमेल गैमेट को फ्यूज़ करके एक न्यू सेल बनाना होता है. तो अगर 46 रहेगा तो 46 तो डबल हो जाएंगे, इसीलिए गैमेट्स के अंदर 23 होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से वो फ्यूज़ करके एक जाइगोट बनाए जिसमें एग्जैक्ट 46 क्रोमोसोम्स ही प्रेजेंट हो. इसीलिए जो organs, the reproductive organs where the gamete formation takes place shows a different kind of cell division. Now we will discuss the 2 types of cell division on the basis of either they are going to form the normal cell or they are going to form the gametes. So these are of 2 types, mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis, let me first show you the cell which undergo mitosis. Both are same cell. Here I have written diploid cell or 2n. What does it mean? I have shown here 46 chromosomes. These chromosomes they are always present in pairs. Means 23 का इसके अंदर क्या होगा? पेयर प्रेजेंट होंगे. 23 इस तरह से होंगे और उसके साथ साथ एक क्रोमोसोम के पेयर प्रेजेंट होंगे. ठीक है, दैट इज वाई वी हैव रिटन हेयर 2n मीन्स 2 सेट्स ऑफ chromosomes. Now I am showing here only 2 chromosomes because we are not taking example of human. तो बहुत सिंपल वे में मैं आपको बता रही हूँ 2 क्रोमोसोम का एग्जाम्पल लेके. Here we have 2 chromosomes. Okay, they are present in pair, that is why they are called, this is a diploid cell as a normal cell. यहाँ पे भी 2 chromosomes है. When the cell undergo division, each chromosome, every chromosome of the cell it duplicates. Duplicates means ये अपनी exact copy एक और बना लेता है. क्योंकि आपको पता है सेल को डिवाइड करना है। सेल जब डिवाइड करेगा, अगर मान लो हमारे पास ये एक मार्कर है और मुझे एक ऐसा सेम मार्कर चाहिए, ठीक है, देन what will this marker do? This marker will forms exactly same things which are present inside, कि इसका जो कैप है, इसकी जो टिप है, इसकी जो बॉडी है, तीनों चीज़ें इसको एक एक और बनानी पड़ेंगी, तभी एक न्यू मार्कर बनेगा। इसी तरह से जब ये सेल, इसको न्यू सेल को फॉर्म करना है तो इसको, इसके अंदर जितने भी पार्टिकल्स हैं, जितने भी चीज़ें हैं, उनको डबल करना पड़ेगा। लेकिन हम यहाँ पे सिर्फ क्रोमोसोम की बात कर रहे हैं क्योंकि वही सबसे मेन पॉइंट है। तो इट इज़ हैविंग 2 क्रोमोसोम्स, तो इन 2 क्रोमोसोम्स को क्या होना पड़ेगा 4, तभी वो 2 डिवाइड हो पाएंगे ना। लेकिन जब ये अपनी कॉपी बनाते हैं तो जो न्यू क्रोमोसोम है वो इसके साथ अटैच रह जाता है, इस तरह से एक और अटैच हो गया और यहाँ पे भी एक और बन गया। तो जो ये न्यू बनेंगे वो बिल्कुल सेम होंगे, जैसा पहला था वैसे ही सेम होगा, क्योंकि अगर हमें मान लो ये मार्कर बनाना है तो हमें इसका सेम कैप, सेम बॉडी, सेम टिप, सब कुछ सेम बनाना पड़ेगा। सिमिलरली द क्रोमोसोम्स दे हैव टू बी डबल टू फॉर्म इट्स सेम कॉपी। नाउ these 2 chromosomes have been converted into 4, but they are actually looking like 2 chromosomes, क्योंकि जो नए क्रोमोसोम बने हैं वो उनके साथ ही अटैच रहेंगे। और इस पूरे स्ट्रक्चर को हम क्या बोलते हैं? इट इज़ नॉट अ क्रोमोसोम, दिस इज़ अ क्रोमोसोम। जब भी हम किसी सेल को डिवाइड होते हुए माइक्रोस्कोप में देखते हैं तो हमें ऐसा ही स्ट्रक्चर दिखाई देता है, बिकॉज दिस इज़ द डिवाइडिंग स्टेज। सो नाउ दे आर हैविंग 4 क्रोमोसोम्स। फिर क्या करेगा? सेल माइटोसिस करेगा, एंड ड्यू टू माइटोसिस 2 cells will be formed. Everything is getting doubled, so 2 cells will be formed. Each will carry 1 chromosome. एक फर्स्ट वाले से आ रहा है और एक सेकंड वाले से। इसी तरह से इसमें एक फर्स्ट वाले से आ रहा है और एक सेकंड वाले से। Now both the cells have been formed. Both are having 2 chromosomes. One of दोनों के पास 2 chromosomes हैं और दोनों एक जैसे क्रोमोसोम्स हैं जो कि उसके पेरेंट सेल में प्रेजेंट थे। नाउ इज़ इट क्लियर कि माइटोसिस में क्या होता है? डिप्लॉयड सेल से डिप्लॉयड सेल बनता है, एक सेल 2 सेल्स बनाता है और दोनों सेल्स के अंदर सेम चीज़ें होती हैं जो कि उसके पेरेंट सेल के अंदर प्रेजेंट थी। मतलब ये मार्कर था, पहले इन दोनों चीज़ों की उसने कॉपी बनाई अपनी और फिर एक और न्यू मार्कर बना दिया। तो दीज 2 cells विल बी कॉल्ड एज द डॉटर सेल्स एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज माइटोसिस। सो हेयर दिस माइटोसिस takes place all the time in every part of the body, so that the new cells are formed all the time. Now let's see the meiosis. This meiosis is basically takes place in the reproductive organs of the body. Reproductive organs जैसे कि testis और ovaries के अंदर ही ये होते हैं, ठीक है। वही सेम है, टेस्टिस और ओवरी के अंदर भी वही डिप्लॉयड सेल होगा, क्रोमोसोम्स होंगे, वही सेम डिवाइड करेंगे, डबल हो जाएंगे, डबल हो गए। नाउ हाउ डू दे बी रिड्यूस्ड टू हाफ? meiosis always takes place in 2 steps. Mitosis takes place in 1 step only, but meiosis takes place in 2 steps, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. When meiosis 1 takes place, at that time, yes, so meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, sorry, this is 2 and these are n. So when meiosis 1 will takes place, at that time the chromosomes, it is exactly same as that of mitosis. जो mitosis में हो रहा था same वही इसमें होगा, but it will not stop its division till mitosis or meiosis 1. It will undergo further processing to show meiosis 2. In meiosis 2, the cell having 2 chromosomes will now reduce to half. Now each cell is having 2 chromosomes and these chromosomes will undergo meiosis 2, so that the chromosome number can be reduced to half. Means 1 chromosome will enter into 1 cell and second chromosome will enter into second cell. So this is 1 cell and this is second cell. This will undergo this and this will form this. So like this, how many cells will be formed? 4 cells after meiosis 2. Now is it clear? In the parent cell there were 2 chromosomes, but now here you can see in the daughter cells there is only 1 chromosome. Means if there were 46 chromosomes here, now in the gamete cells how many will be there? 23. But how they have been formed? 4, because the chromosomes first duplicate and then reduced to half. Okay, clear? So this is all about mitosis and meiosis. And one more important point is that meiosis always takes place in the reproductive organ, because these 4 cells which are formed here are actually gametes. Okay. So now I hope you all have cleared with this topic, and if you have still doubt regarding this topic, then you can ask me in comment box. Thank you. So let's start with the next chapter of biology, class 9, that is lesson 6, tissue. So objectives of studying this chapter is that you will be able to understand the definition of tissue, their importance, why tissue is required, and where it is there, where it is found, the different types of plants and animal tissues, their location, their functions. So we are going to study in this chapter. So let's see what is a tissue. A group of cells that are similar in structure and or work together to achieve a particular function forms a tissue. Before explaining you the definition, let me first give you an example. Like for example, there is a unicellular simple organism, bacteria or amoeba. They are unicellular, bacteria is prokaryotic, amoeba is eukaryotic, but both of them are unicellular. And they are not so complex like multicellular organism. I hope you all remember difference between unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular are those which are made up of single cell, and multicellular are those which are made up of more than one cells. These cells can be many cells, or even they can go to millions or billions. Okay. So in case of unicellular organism, they are not so complex. There is a single cell in the organism, and all the functions which are to be performed by the organism is actually performed by its cell. So a single cell can perform all the functions. For example, if we take example of amoeba, in amoeba all the functions will be done by a single cell. Either it can include the intake of food, the digestion of food, the excretion of waste, respiration, circulation, everything is done by a single organism. But if we talk about multicellular organism and complex organisms, is it possible for a single cell to do all the work? Like for example in human, let us take the example of human. Our body is made up of millions of cells and we have to perform many functions. Can you tell me what are the functions that we perform, that our body performs regularly? So we do breathing, respiration, digestion, circulation of blood takes place in our body, and excretion means removal of waste from the body, movement. So all these functions, are they all performed by a single cell? Do you think like that? No, because we are complex organism. Our body is not as simple as that. So we have some special like group of cells which makes us easy to do our work. For example, if there is in your class 30 students are there, and I will give 5 assignments to each student, and they have to do all the 5 assignments. Each student have to do all the 5 assignments. So it will take so much time for you. Maybe it will take 1 day or 2 days for each student to complete that 5 assignments. But if I will divide these 5 assignments into 5 group of students, like 30 students are there, I will make 5 groups of 6 students, okay, and I will give assignment 1 to group 1, 2 to group 2, and so on. Okay, so will it be easy for you to do that work? Obviously yes, because previously you were doing one student was doing 5 assignments, and now 6 students are doing 1 assignment. So it will be easy for you to do the work more effectively and more smoothly. Okay. Similarly is with the case of multicellular complex organism. Like in human body, we have to perform many functions, but all the functions are not performed by a single cell. It is not possible for a single cell to perform all the functions. That is why our body has a tissue system. Actually tissue, organ system, everything is there in our body, but we are talking about tissues. So our body is made up of millions of cells, but these cells have been divided into some specific groups to perform some specific function. Like in the class, I have divided the 5 assignments. To group 1 I have given English assignment, to group 2 I have given Hindi assignment. So I have given some specific work to some specific students or group of students. So that will be a easy work for them to do the work smoothly and effectively. Similarly, in the complex multicellular organism, the tissues are there in which the group of cells is there, and all cells they work together to perform a specific function. जैसे 6 बच्चों ने मिलके एक इंग्लिश असाइनमेंट किया, वैसे ही एक ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स को एक स्पेसिफिक फंक्शन परफॉर्म करना है, जिसको उस ग्रुप ऑफ सेल को हम क्या बोलते हैं? टिश्यू. So you can see the definition now. A group of cells that are similar in structure, they should be similar in structure. If I am giving the work to 6 students that are that are very good students, like they got 80% marks or more than 80% marks in exams. So I will make one group of that students. Now 70 to 80% वाले उनको अलग ग्रुप में रखा, 60 to 70 वालों को अलग ग्रुप में रखा. So that is why we have taken this term word similar, means that group of cells which are forming a single cell, single tissue, they should be similar in structure. They work together to achieve a particular function, means they have to work together so that they can achieve a particular function. That is called as tissue. Clear? So now the definition is clear to you. Let me give you example in humans. So human has many tissues like muscular tissue, nervous tissue, connective tissue. Muscular tissue will do the work of only contraction and relaxation of muscles, which will help in the doing the movement of our body. Nervous tissue will help to respond to stimuli. जो हमारा brain है, nervous system है, वो इसके अंदर आता है. तो whatever we are responding to the external environment, that is done by the nervous tissue. Nervous tissue cannot do movement. Muscular tissue cannot respond to stimuli. They will do their own work. Connective tissue like blood, it will help to transport, connect the various parts of the body to transfer the things to each and every part of the body. So is it clear? Now let's see, are plants and animals made up of same tissue? Do you think like that कि plants और animals के अंदर same tissues होते हैं? No, they have different tissue. Why? So first let us compare why they have different tissues. Because of their their way of living, their functions, their requirements, उसके base पे उनके different tissues होते हैं. Like plants. Plants, they are fixed, they are stationary. They cannot move from their place. वो अपनी जगह पे ही fixed होते हैं. Whereas animals are motile, they have to move to other places. That is why the human has muscular tissue for the movement. Plants के अंदर muscular tissue नहीं होता, because they do not require any kind of movement to move from one place to another place. So the plants are fixed, whereas animals can move from one place to other in the search of food, shelter. तो उनको अपना food, shelter के लिए दूसरी जगह पे जाना पड़ता है. जबकि plants के अंदर क्या होता है, वो fixed होते हैं, तो वो move नहीं कर सकते हैं. They cannot move. That is why they prepare their food by themselves, by photosynthesis. तो उनके अंदर वैसे टिश्यू होंगे, जैसे हमने प्लांट और एनिमल सेल का कंपैरिजन किया था. प्लांट सेल में क्या थे, क्लोरोप्लास्ट, प्लास्टिड थे, लेकिन एनिमल सेल में वो एब्सेंट थे क्योंकि उनको फूड सिंथेसाइज नहीं करना होता. नेक्स्ट इज, इफ़ दे आर फिक्स्ड, दे आर facing the external environment, as we have already discussed in case of cell wall. सेल वॉल का क्या फंक्शन होता है, प्लांट्स को रिजिडिटी प्रोवाइड करना, प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करना, जिसकी वजह से वो एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट में अपने आप को सर्वाइव कर सकें. वेयर एज एनिमल्स कैन मूव, दे कैन मूव फ्रॉम, like if the rain is coming, if weather is not good, then we just stay in our homes. Animals stay in their homes. So why? Because they can move, whereas plants cannot move. They require some tough tissues, hard cells, which will provide them strength so that they can bear the external environment. Next is pattern of growth. And one more thing, as they can move from one place to other like animals, so they will require more energy as compared to plants. Like plants can prepare their food but animals cannot, but they have to search their food, तो उसके लिए उनको extra energy चाहिए, तो उसके लिए उनको वैसे ही tissues provide किए जाएंगे. Next is pattern of growth. It is also an important point. Like in plants, the growth is unlimited. We cannot say growth is unlimited, actually development is unlimited. Means in the plants, the growth is more as compared to animals. Animals का क्या होता है, एक fixed pattern होता है growth का, which is a limited, okay. And in plants, growth is non-uniform. Non-uniform means when we will study the plant tissues, then you will find that there is a tissue in plant which is called meristematic tissue, which is present only at some specific positions in the plant, because it is a dividing tissue. Its cells divide to form new cells. Whereas animals में ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता, उनकी कोई फिक्स पोजीशन नहीं होती है. It has a uniform डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ टिश्यूज़ ऑल ओवर देयर बॉडी, कि अगर न्यू सेल्स को फॉर्म होना है तो वो बॉडी के हर पार्ट में फॉर्म होंगे. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि कुछ फिक्स्ड पोजीशन होगी जहाँ पे ऐसा टिश्यू होगा जो न्यू सेल्स को फॉर्म करेगा. तो प्लांट्स, एनिमल्स के अंदर क्या होता है, सभी सेल्स डिवाइड करते हैं, सेल डिवीज़न शो करते हैं एंड और न्यू सेल्स को ऐड करते रहते हैं. Whereas in plants there are fixed positions like the tip of the plant, the tip of the shoot, root, where these tissues are present for division. So this is just the introduction of the chapter. Now we will study the detail of plant tissues, type of plant tissues and animal tissues.